This is so totally not what I normally do on my vlog. This is Friday evening. We have had a beautiful day, and I'm not even sitting in my normal chair. I'm looking at my yard instead of you looking at my yard. I'm knitting on my sweater. Look how far I've gotten. And this is what I have left. I think I'm going to be completely fine in terms of how big I want this sweater to be and how long. So I'm very excited about that. But I do have a stitch marker in here, and I weighed the yarn when I put that stitch marker in, so I'll know, you know, after a couple of inches how much that took at this point, and then try to calculate how much I have left. I'm drinking a martini. We just had a beautiful dinner out here on the deck. Dennis has just spilled some tea inside. He'll be back in a minute, and then we'll continue on with our evening. But I just wanted to say I'm loving my sweater. I'm enjoying knitting it. I'm loving my deck. I'm wearing my Ravelry. And I just thought I would say hi, even though I've already posted today's video, and I'm going to put that right there. No, you're not going to be able to see much of it. Oh, I can change that. There you go. Or not. I can't. Oops. Now, I don't know if that's a I don't know if that's a product of the martini or just, you know, physics. There's my yarn. Here's my knitting. Anyway, I just thought I would say hi. We have been enjoying sitting out here for I don't know how long. We had our dinner out here. And Dennis thinks that our back bird house has birds in it. Just from the pattern of the flight of the birds. Let me scooch down. Pattern of the flight of the birds going across, and you know, he doesn't want to look in the nest and like disturb anybody, but that's very exciting. So we're very excited about that. We've seen several goldfinches while we're sitting here, and we're not sure what the birds are that are nesting, but they could be like chickadees. Do chickadees have like a tuft on the top? We have small birds with a tuft on the top. I need to go find a bird book and see. Anyway, we are really enjoying our deck this evening. It's supposed to get kind of rainy tomorrow and maybe not as great. But oh my gosh, it's so nice tonight. And we have a little bit of a breeze. And anyway. So this is not typical of me. I normally don't video anything. I just have my conversation in the morning and call it a day. But it has been so lovely. And here's my yarn. And here's my sweater. And I really do think I'm going to have plenty of length on it. So I'm just going to knit till the very last inch. I'm going to pull a Leslie. She did a yarn chicken, you know, showed her like 8 inches of yarn left, and you know, that's my plan. That's my plan. All right, so here's Dennis. He's finished cleaning up the tea, and we'll go back to our evening. And I'll see you tomorrow, which is today, because this is going on Saturday's video. Bye. Hi, it's Saturday 16th, May 16th. And it's a sunny morning. It's maybe supposed to get cloudy and rainy in the afternoon. I'm not sure, but it's a sunny morning. I am wearing my Summer Dreams, which is a summer sweater by Marcela Chang. It's got the same lace at the bottom. It's not too big for me. I was a little concerned, but it's very loose and drapey, and it's very long. It's very tunic-like. Let me see if I can go the other way. So you can see it's got the beautiful lace, and it's got that same lace on the bottom. But it turned out long and drapey. It was always long, but it feels, it's obviously fits me very differently, but it still fits me perfectly well and is comfortable and lovely. This is made out of Yakagini yarn. It's got some silk in it. It's a single ply yarn in the koi, something about koi colorway. And I love this sweater, Marcela Chang. I have another sweater designed by her that I did a test knit for her. But it's in my pile to be fixed. I think I must have snagged it. And I've got a cushion on my chair today because, not this chair, but the one I was sitting in when I was filming that other piece of the video, snagged the back of my sweater, my Ravelry. So it's in that pile too. I think it's going to be okay. I didn't even know. Well, I didn't think about it, but I when I got up, I had felt something, and I was going to bed and I saw that it had been snagged pretty badly. So, but I don't think the yarn broke, but it looked like it had been frayed a little. I don't know. I'll check it out. It'll be fine, I'm sure. But it did make me think that I should be taking a little ball of whatever yarn I have left after I make a sweater and put it in a bag with the sweater's name on it and keep it somewhere in case I need to make a repair. I haven't done that. And I've been giving away, doing mini advent exchanges for the last few years, and then putting the rest of the things in my blanket. I would hate to have to take my blanket apart to get yarn. So I'll start doing that. It seems a prudent thing to do. I'm not sure how much I'm going to have of my Yoshi and Lucy yarn, but I'll have some. I think I finished, I think it was the front. I finished all the way to the bottom and bound off. Back, it has a split hem garter stitch ridge at the bottom. So I just started the back when it was time for bed. So I have literally 20 rows across the bottom of the back, and that'll be finished. It's hard to judge how much yarn when you're doing it that way. I'm doing the front and then I have to stop because I need to make sure I leave enough for the, And so I might have left more than I needed for the back, and I'm tempted to, if I have, looks like I'm going to have enough, I'm tempted to do an extra 2 garter ridges or 3 garter ridges on the back than the front, I tried it on. It's just long enough. But if I had more yarn, I would make it longer. You know what I mean? So having 3 more ridges in the back would feel like it would be a good thing. And it would just make it a little bit of a high-low hem. It will look intentional. So we will see about that shortly. Somebody's mowing. You can hear the birds. Luckily, it didn't get too chilly out here last night because Dennis left his limes and his little tiny sprouts out overnight by accident. He had them out yesterday getting toughened up. And I was making tea this morning and said, uh-oh, they're still outside. But it wasn't very cold last night. It is going to get cool again. I guess in the next couple of days it's going to go down to 55, a high of 55. So that may be our last coolness. He said it was supposed to go up to 77 today. It was 80 something, 85, in the 80s, early 80s, in the low 80s. yesterday. So anyway, you saw my sweater. I don't have much else to talk about. I didn't do much besides a lot of knitting. I've been doing a lot of knitting, as you can tell, because I think it was Wednesday when I showed you my yoke. So it took 2 days to knit the body. So I will be blocking that today. And looking for yarn for a new cast on. I'm having a craft night with my daughter tomorrow night, so I need something to craft, although I could figure out a cross stitch that I feel like cross stitching. I think part of my problem with the sheep that I don't want to cross stitch is it's on linen, and I don't enjoy, I love the look on linen, but I like even weave better, you know. I guess I still want my training wheels. I like the even weave better. So maybe I'll just allow myself to like the even weave better and go from there. I have a couple more kits. That sheep, I kitted up. I bought the stuff at the store. But she already had the linen that was from the picture. Oh, excuse me. The linen from the picture that the designer had used already cut up in the right size for that. So that's what I bought. But I have a couple of other kits. That I could do. So, but I also bought that Fable t-shirt pattern, and so I'm thinking that I might go find myself some fade of pinks and fade that t-shirt, because, you know, fading is the best thing ever for somebody who wants to knit from their stash. You know, fading is like the bomb, because then you just go find lovely yarns that go together and then you're good. Because I've got lots and lots of, you know, 1 or 2 skeins of fingering weight that, and I'm apparently not making many socks these days. I have, Pearl. Pearl, what are you barking at? I think Macy's under the deck, getting all leafy. Pearl, stop! No! 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 Pearl, come! 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 Yeah, like that works. Hold on. I turned you off. She's actually coming. Come here, you. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Come here. Come here, say hi. Stop barking. What are you barking at? Hey. Hey, say hi. Come here. Give me your face. Give me your face. Good girl. Good girl. That was for the cum. A very belated good girl. But we're working on cum with those guys. And it's up. And there's Maisie coming out from under her den. Under the deck. Hey, Maisie, come. Come. Hey. Hey. There you are. There you are. You came too. Look at you. You're full of fuzz and stuff. Ugh. Dennis hasn't gone to the basement yet for the clippers. Right? Yeah. Right? I'm going to have to do scissors on your head anyway. I might just start there. No, I don't remember. Oh, fading. Yeah. So I might just fade that and find some pinks, because I'm sure, right, I'm sure I have some lovely colors that I could make. And because I don't think I've knit a pair of socks in 1.5 years. Last year was the year of the sweater, and this year continues to be the year of the sweater. And I may be coming up on the answer. My mother asked me a few years ago, well, how many sweaters do you need? So far, I don't know yet, but I might find out. I've been knitting a lot of sweaters. But I've been wearing my sweaters. I've worn one of my sweaters almost every day for the last 56 days. There were only a few days where I was wearing my fleece or something like that. So I wear my sweaters, and I love wearing my sweaters. But I also, I also wear my socks that I make, and I love putting socks that I've made on every morning. So I will be getting back to socks because I've worn out a couple of pairs of socks, and I really do love wearing my socks. So I won't be wearing store-bought socks, which means I will be knitting socks. I will be knitting socks. And maybe I just need to knit a whole bunch of tubes. Just knit tubes. Maybe that's where I'll get my stockinette knitting. I'll just knit tubes, and then when I feel some energy, I'll just say, okay, today's the day. I'm knitting heels and toes. And just go and put in afterthought heels. I don't want to do the toes until I put the heels in, so thought I get them exactly the right length. But once I have the heels in, then the toes are easy. Then the toes are practically no thought too, so I can go back to my stockinette and do my toes. I've got a weird, I think that's from my knitting. I think I've been poking my finger, and I've got like a little dry skin that's kind of turning into a little bit of a callus. I think I have some little dot band-aids that I bought when I was making socks with my I don't remember which of my knitting needles, but they were so sharp. I was poking a hole in my finger. So I started putting little tiny dot band-aids in my knitting kit. Of course, they all came off, and I didn't put them in there nicely. So, but I gotta go find that box of dot band-aids because it's looking like I need it. Anyway, so I gotta pick my next project. I'll let you know what that is tomorrow. Probably be the fairy, but I'm not sure. And it's a beautiful day. If I get any energy, I'll mow the lawn. You can see it still needs mowed again. The front yard looks okay. It doesn't need to be mowing. This weekend. We can wait till next week to mow again. But the back is ready. And it's a pretty nice day. Pretty nice day. So that's good. So I will see you tomorrow, and I hope you have time for crafting. I hope you are having lovely weather. I hope you're well. I hope your family's well. Please take care of yourself. Stay safe and stay sane, and I'll see you tomorrow.